the HCCC Haldimand Arena. I'm your host, John Molson. Tonight, the 27-11-4 first place Caledonia Corvairs host the 8-35-0 ninth place Guelph Hurricanes. The Corvairs are looking for their second straight win following a big 6-3 win last week over the Cambridge Winterhawks. The Guelph Hurricanes find themselves in a desperate situation. With only 8 games remaining, they are 15 points back of the final playoff spot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs Junior D Hockey. This evening, the Corvairs host the Guelph Hurricanes. Would you please now stand for the playing of our national anthem?
Tonight's starting goaltenders for the Guelph Hurricanes, number 30, Quentin Henry. He's played 16 games, has a 1-loss record of 1-12 with a 6.13 goals against average and a .857 save percentage. Starting goaltender for the Caledonia Corvairs, number 30, Marcus Del Conte. He's played 4 games for the Corvairs, has a 1-loss record of 2-2 with a goals against average of .471 and an 8.867 save percentage. Play now underway, first period of play, puck behind the Guelph net. The pass out to the near side to Norrie is picked off by Jordan Hatzinger as Caledonia tries to keep play in the Guelph end. The puck goes back into the Caledonia side. Blythe throwing it up the boards for Mitten, who's sandwiched by 2 Guelph forwards. Caledonia now grabbing the puck at their own blue line. Jonathan skating across 2 lines, looking for a pass in the near corner. Checked off the puck by Nico Giantonio. Norrie now waiting behind the net, throws the puck down around the near side. Jonathan throwing the puck back down the near side, intercepted by Martini back in the neutral zone. Here's Mark Silvestri on the near side. The centering pass picked off by Hatzinger. Bradley Yower on the far side throws the puck off the back end boards to the near side where 2 Caledonia forwards try to grab the puck. Gorley comes up with it behind the net, skates around the far side, checked by a guard. Martini and Connor Murphy battling for possession of the puck. Shot off the right side, partially blocked. Silvestri grabbing the puck and shooting it in between the padding of Quentin Henry. A minute and 46 seconds into this first period of play. So Guelph 15 points out of a playoff spot. We'll have to hope that they win all of their games while Brampton loses their remaining 8 games to get that 8th and final playoff spot.
It's been a big team.
Brennan shoots it around far side, picked up by Baker. loses it in the skates of Abraham. Brennan turning around in his own zone once again. Sebastian Strangerlin also turning away from a Caledonia forward, number 16, Jeff Swift. Near side boards, Strangerlin now giving chase in the Guelph end, avoiding the forecheck of Matt Quilty. Matt Nightingale shoots it up the far side, grabbed by Brock Malachis, who's given an elbow by Simon Blythe. No call on the play. 2 minutes and 40 into this first period of play. Montour far side, skates up past his own blue line, avoiding the check of Ian Chan. Yower with a check on Ricci between his own blue line and the center ice red line. Blythe back to pick up the puck. G. Antonio skates back to the red line. Corvairs moves in near side. Both the Corvairs and the Winterhawks in action all 3 nights this weekend. Busy weekend for the top 2 teams in the conference. Take the puck past his own blue line, and it looks like he'll head to the penalty box. 28 chances for a 20.73 power play percentage. Montour off the left, back to the far side, back to Montour, and a hard slap shot just wide to the far post. So Dominicini off, 2 minutes for slashing. Gorley trying to avoid a defender. Back to the left to Silvestri, back into the corner and back to Silvestri. Silvestri into the slot. The quick pass from Jeff Swift back to Montour. Montour unable to keep the play onside as Connor Murphy moves back over the Guelph blue line off the far side. Jeff Swift tripped up in the slot, and it looks like another slashing call to Guelph. Ben Rolifson going to the box. Guelph's penalty killing. They've allowed 69 power play goals and 257 chances for a penalty kill percentage of 73.15. Blunt back to the right, back to Blunt, and back to Montour into the side, on the far side, back to Montour. The hard shot off the pad of Henry. Quilty moving into the slot, the pass off to the side, back to the point to Blunt, the hard slap shot through the padding of Henry. Norrie with a cross ice pass, side of the net to Montour, looking to go in back door. Here's a shot by Quilty off the far side. Lippa getting the play back into the Caledonia zone, but Caledonia right back to the attack. Brady the pass into the slot to Quilty. His shot just wide of the near side. Quilty into the corner, over to Montour, side of the net, hitting Brady. Caledonia looking like they're using that backdoor play as a key. 5 seconds left on the first slashing call. Side of the net, the shot, a bad angle from Brady, and another whistle here with 1 second left in the first slash and 47 seconds left in the second slash to Ben Rolifson. Face off on the far side to the left of Henry. Caledonia winning the draw, back to Abraham. The shot wide and high past the glove of Henry. Back into the corner, in behind the net, back to the right side, into the far side. Abraham has to skate back into the neutral zone to recover the puck. Swift shooting it back into Guelph's zone off the far side. Connor Murphy falling down but regaining possession of the puck. The shot from the left by Abraham and the hard slap shot kicked aside by Henry. Side of the net by Murphy. His shot hitting the side of the net. Rolifson jumping out of the box, and Guelph back to full strength. Quilty over to Murphy off his skate. Brennan picking up the puck. Strangerland looking to clear the zone, but another call here, a high stick, as Guelph will head to their first power play. Mark Silvestri to the box for high sticking. 6 minutes and 29 seconds into this first period of play. Still no score between the Caledonia Corvairs and the Guelph Hurricanes. Guelph winning the draw, on the far side, looking for a pass back to Yort. Yort back over to Chan, far side. The pass into the slot to Martini, checked off momentarily by Zamenko. The shot through the padding, wide of the net, far side. Here by Stephen. Hatzinger picking the puck up behind his own net, goes up the near side to Matt Lippa. Lippa a threat for Guelph, averaging a point a game despite Guelph only having 8 wins on the year. To Silvestri, puck the puck by Dorian, but pass into the crease. Picks it off, goes down the far side, 2-on-1, just wide of the net. As Zamenko now with the puck in behind the Guelph net. Zamenko check there. Zamenko still with the puck. Hit off the puck twice by Hatzinger, another Guelph forward, but he was able to keep possession of the puck for a long time. Ian Chan shooting it back into the Caledonia end as Guelph took a line change for fresh legs about 20 seconds earlier. Shot wide of the net by Nate Mitten, picked up on the far side. Moving down the far side is Fabrici, passing off to Mitten, turning around behind the net. Or that was Blunt, excuse me. I confused my 5 and my 7 as Silvestri makes a shot from the near side. He scores! Mark Silvestri with the first goal of this game, sneaking it in between the padding of Quentin Henry. 9 minutes and 42 seconds into this first period of play. The Caledonia Corvairs get the opening tally. Silvestri with the first goal. So Nate Mitten drawing an assist on the play at 8:42 of this first period. Quentin Henry unable to close his legs on that play as it just sneaked in between his padding. Puck in the Caledonia zone on the far side. Rolifson checked there by Abraham. The two pair of 12s battling for possession of the puck. Rolifson and Norrie looking for the puck on the far side. Norrie grabbing the puck and clearing it down into the Guelph end. So Jordan Hatzinger heading to the box. Caledonia going to their third power play. Caledonia 0 for 2 so far tonight. The Corvairs winning all 4 games between these two teams this season. Caledonia winning the last contest in a landslide 11-1 here at the HCCC. Swept back to the far side, the shot. Quilty looking for a deflection at the far side. Puck going down the near side. Swift unable to keep the play on at the point as Malaches forces play back into the Caledonia zone. Picked off in the neutral zone by Yower. He gets a weak shot away as Matt Quilty breaks out of the Caledonia end. Or that was Brandon Montour, excuse me. Montour now going back for the puck in his own end with 9:35 left to go in this first period of play. 1:08 left in the penalty to Jordan Hatzinger. Back to the right side, over to the left to Montour. His shot in between the padding of Henry. Quilty looking for a deflection. Caledonia looks like they're trying to go 5-hole quite a bit tonight on Henry. Several shots to Quentin Henry. Shot in between the 5-hole. Caledonia with the only goal of this first period by Silvestri in between the legs of Henry. The Corvairs with a 1-0 lead over the Hurricanes. Puck behind the net, the centering pass by Gorley. No one there as Blunt has to go back into his own zone. 30 seconds left in the penalty to Hatzinger. Blunt, the pass up the far side. Abraham forces play over the Guelph blue line. Checks Yower in the corner looking to grab possession of the puck. Connor Murphy there in behind the net to Gorley. Gorley, the centering pass to the top of the slot to Blunt. His shot is wide on the near side. Guelph clearing the zone to kill the penalty, and they go off on a line change for fresh legs. Connor Murphy hit at the far side by Hatzinger. Back into Connor Murphy. The pass into the slot to Montour over to Gorley in behind the net. Gorley checked by Brennan. Picked up by Sebastian Strangerland as he regroups behind his own net. Waiting patiently, looking to set up a play for Guelph's possible first goal of this contest. Here's a break by Matt Lippa. He breaks down the near side. His shot is wide to the far side post. Sebastian Strangerland hit hard from behind on the far side boards by the Caledonia blue line. So it looks like Guelph will go to their second power play. The penalty box door open for Caledonia as Fabrici heads to the box for 2 minutes. Or that was Scott Dorian, excuse me. Face off in the Caledonia zone to the right of Del Conte. Lippa on the far side. His back to the boards, passes into Martini. So Dorian for checking from behind. 2 minutes. Giantonio passes off into the slot to Lippa. Martini turns around his shot off the skate of Mitten. Martini and Mitten tie up. Mitten coming away with the puck and skating through the neutral zone. He's knocked off the puck by Giantonio, and Yower breaks out the other way. The pass in the slot picked up by Montour. Montour's shot hitting the skate of Hatzinger. Mitten passed the far side by the center ice red line to Norrie, who dumps it into the Guelph end. 58 seconds left in the checking. Dorian as now Simon Blythe also going to stick. We'll have a face-off in the Caledonia zone. To the left of Del Conte. Swift wins the draw, pushing it back into the corner on the near side. Blythe for roughing. Glove save by Del Conte off the shot at the top of the Caledonia blue line by Matt Lippa. Jeff Swift winning it, back to Blunt, who slams it hard around the end boards all the way into the Guelph end. Here comes racing up around his own net, past his own blue line, skating up past the center ice red line, it by himself, corner in the Caledonia end. Swift breaking in between the padding, and they got a goal. There's some dispute here at the far. Jeff Swift has a turnover there by Sebastian. On a 3-on-2. Well, Del Conte, players, penalty now over to Dorian, left, penalty, to Simon. First period of play, Strangerland off the right, turns around, back to the near corner to Kudla, back to Strangerland, his shot, Rolifson looking for a rebound, top of the crease, and they score. At one apiece. So seconds after the two penalties to Caledonia end, able to tie up the game regardless on the goal by Patrick Kudla, wide open net as Henry leaving the puck for Hatzinger. Hatzinger skating up the far side around his own net. The pass off through the neutral zone. Del Conte throwing the puck up the near side boards back into the Blunt, the pass off far side to Connor Murphy, who shoots the puck in behind the Guelph net. Silvestri and G. Antonio tie up at the near side, and the whistle blows. So perhaps Guelph playing, we talked about right off the top of the broadcast, as they're able to tie up the game at 1 Caledonia needing all the victories they can get this weekend, as both they and the Winterhawks have 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Although Caledonia able to make up those earlier 3 games in hand, Caledonia with a 3-point lead on the Winterhawks going into tonight's action, as the puck goes into the netting near side for a face-off. They'll move the face-off to the blue line. Heron winning the draw, pushing it to the red line, and Montour shooting the puck back into the Guelph end. Antonio sitting and waiting, leaving the puck for Heron, who drops for Hatzinger, still having trouble getting out of his own zone, banking the puck off the near side boards, picked off by Norrie. A small pass to Montour, who dumps it in behind the net. Lippa side, hit by Mitten. Lippa dropping the puck back to Antonio. Heron throwing the puck back in to the Caledonia end as Guelph goes off on a line change. Montour moving the puck out in front of his own net down the far side to Mitten, who throws it back into the Guelph end. He himself going off on a line change. Fabrici turning around, shooting it off the boards, puck going in to the far corner. The pass off the near side boards by Brennan, picked off by Caledonia once again. Rangerland having to turn around and regroup in his own zone. Heron up the near side boards, picked off momentarily by Christmas. In the first period of play, the Caledonia had a goal apiece. Guelph breaking into the Caledonia end. Dominicini turning around in his own zone. Yor with the puck once again. The puck 9 left in the first period of play. There, and Caledonia goes back the other way, and they score! Adam Brady with a knuckleball in between the legs of Quentin Henry. Brady with a shot from far out. Henry not able to get all of it. And the Caledonia Corvairs move back out in front. So Brady off the far side. And wide to the far side.
Scored by number 21.
Tied up in the corner. Blythe and Henderson looking for the puck, or Murphy, excuse me. Murphy does indeed come up with the puck. Gorley moving back. 0.5 seconds to go in the first period of play. Play on the near side. Mitten coming up with it. His shot to the far side. Jonathan looking for a rebound at the far side. So Henry looking shaky in between the pads. Must be something Caledonia saw on the scouting report. The shot off the right side by Abraham and a hard kick save off the right pad of Henry. Time winding down, first period of play. Norrie into the slot, side of the net, and they score! Norrie picking up his own rebound. Caledonia moving out in front, 3-1. So Caledonia looking aggressive at the tail end of this first period of play. Now giving themselves a 2-goal mark. 7 seconds to go. The Corvairs will move into the first intermission with a 2-goal lead.
And 12, Justice Abraham. Time of the goal, 19:52.
So with just 8 seconds left in the period, Tyler Norrie extends the Caledonia lead to 3-1. Mark Silvestri with the opening goal of the first period off the assist by Nate Mitten at 8:42. Patrick Kudla tying the score, hitting the wide open net. Guelph tying it up at 1. Adam Brady moving the Corvairs out in front off that bad goal from way out in between the padding of Henry. The Corvairs taking a 2-1 lead. Norrie rounding out the scoring on assist by Christmas and Abraham at 19:52. And at the end of the first period of play, it's the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs 3 and the Guelph Hurricanes 1. Against the Cambridge Winterhawks, and in action again on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday at 1:30 in Waterloo against the Waterloo Siskins. The Guelph Hurricanes to play Cambridge on Sunday in Guelph at the Sleeman Centre. The Hurricanes will look for a good second period. They'll want to build on that 5-3 win over the Elmira Sugar Kings on Thursday, January the 24th. They're going to need some momentum off of something to get all those remaining wins to catch up to the Brampton Bombers for that 8th and final playoff spot. Blythe throwing it back into the Guelph end. As we mentioned, the Hurricanes needing to win all their games, including here tonight. The Bombers needing just one more win to reach the playoffs, and they score. There's a beautiful shot by Ben Rolofson off the near side. A wrist shot into the top corner on the far post. Up and over Del Conte, glove side. And the Guelph Hurricanes get right back into this contest. Henderson regrouping back behind his own net, checked by Corvairs. Up the side, cross ice to Silvestri, breaking down the near side wing.
39 seconds.
So at 39 seconds,
From 48, Hatzinger, and 7, Kudla.
Jordan Hatzinger and Patrick Kudla also drawing assists. A penalty being shown up here on the board to the Guelph Hurricanes. So the Corvairs to their 4th power play of the evening, the first power play of this second period. So Caledonia with a narrow 1-goal lead now. Silvestri looking for Jeff Swift at the cross ice pass side of the net, as Montour can't keep the play onside at the Guelph blue line. Montour skating down into the corner near side and back behind the net. Off his skate into the slot. Silvestri keeping play onside, skating around. Strangerland looking for a shot, but it trickles off his stick into the corner on the near side. Top of the point, over to the side to Swift. In behind the net and back to Swift. Swift checked there by Corvairs. Swift side of the net, out to the top right side to Montour, off the blocker of Henry, and out to the left. Gorley at the top of the point, over to the side, far side, into the net, side of the net, Connor Murphy shooting it into the pads. A cross-checking call on the play with 39 seconds to go in the initial call to Yower. We'll see who goes here. Nico Giantonio to the box for 2 minutes. So Caledonia to a 2-man advantage for 39 seconds. Nori in the corner, turning around, Chan. Caledonia still with possession of the puck. Henderson over to the left, back across ice to Adam Brady, skating around at the top of the right side. The shot in the slot, kicked aside by Henry. The shot by Brady, hard slap shot, top of the blue line, wide of the net, far side, picked up by Blunt. Over to the corner side of the net. Nori looking to go to the side of the net, near side to Quilty. Quilty with the puck now once again, skating over near side into the slot, the shot, and they score! Looks like Adam Brady with the 4th Caledonia goal. The Caledonia Corvairs double their lead now with a 4-2 lead over the Guelph Hurricanes. So the pass from the side of the net right to Adam Brady, just past the top of the Guelph blue line. So Nori getting credit for the goal. Adam Brady with an assist on the play. Matt Quilty also drawing an assist. Puck goes back into the Caledonia end, played by Del Conte, and swung around the near side. Abraham giving chase down far corner, checked by Giantonio, comes away with the puck anyway, but Guelph intercepting the pass through the neutral zone by Malaches, looking to spring Baker free, but Caledonia able to gain possession of the puck once again. Abraham back behind his own net, slaps it up around the near side. Baker looking for the puck, Abraham coming up with it for Caledonia instead, throwing it around the board's far side, back up through the neutral zone. Here comes Leonard Zemenko, looking for a short pass to Jonathan into the slot. Can't make the pass, so Jonathan and Zemenko go off on a line change. Gorley moves down the near side into the slot. The shot in the slot into the padding by Silvestri. Another shot off the right side by Montour, kicked away as Matt Lippa heads back the other way into the Caledonia zone. Caledonia now with possession through the neutral zone, but Connor Murphy picked off by G. Antonio. He throws it back to the Caledonia blue line, and a whistle on the play with 14:58 remaining in the second period of play. The Caledonia Corvairs with a 4-2 lead on the Guelph Hurricanes. Face off by the Guelph blue line. Martini losing the draw to Connor Murphy. The pass in to Ryan Blunt, who moves offside at the Guelph blue line. So the face-off back at the Guelph blue line. To the left, won by Martini, passes back to Strangerland, across to G. Antonio, over to Martini. G. Antonio grabs it once again. The pass to Strangerland, who dumps it into the Caledonia end, played by Del Conte up around the far side. Murphy trying to grab possession at the red line, but Heron moving back into the Caledonia end. Craig Martini looking for a centering pass, picked off by Gorley, far side. Mark Silvestri moves in, fans on the shot. Fanning on the shot is Henderson, puck going wide to the far side. Christmas checking Dominicini at the far side boards. Dominicini falling over, and a penalty on the play. Or at least a whistle. Christmas will indeed go to the penalty box. A face-off in the Caledonia end. Ian Chan to take the draw, winning the draw against Zemenko and forcing play back to the left side. Abraham picking it off at the Caledonia blue line and into Swift. Across to Abraham, back to Swift, in behind the net. So Christmas going to the box for cross-checking as Kovacsar moves across the Caledonia blue line. Yower in the neutral zone. The pass off to Chan, picked off by Norrie, who moves the other way. Henry sticks the play to the near side. Chan picking up the puck and dropping it back behind his own net to Strangerland. Ian Chan racing up the far side now and dumping it in to the Caledonia zone. Brady grabbing the puck at his own blue line. Makes a momentary break, but Dominicini grabbing the puck for Guelph, going off on a line change. Strangerland recovering in his own end. Strangerland with a giveaway to Norrie, but he fans on the play as well. The play moving back into the slot. Kudla looking for a shot down the far side. G. Antonio going back for the puck in behind his own net with 28 seconds to go in the penalty to Greg Christmas. Blunt picking off the puck, throwing it back into the Guelph end. Rolifson moving down the far side, but Blunt taking the puck once again with a slap shot down into the near side corner in the Guelph end. 5 seconds to go now in the penalty to Christmas as Christmas comes out of the box. The Corvairs back to full strength. Hatzinger moves down the far side, gives off to Kudla, back to Hatzinger, over to the left to G. Antonio. Kudla can't handle the pass. Rolifson off the right, can't keep play on side as the whistle blows. 1:39 seconds to the midway point of this second period. Caledonia with a 2-goal lead over the Guelph Hurricanes. Draw by the Guelph blue line, won by Zemenko, chipped off the boards and recovered by Yower, who turns around in his own zone, passing off to Strangerland up the far side boards. Caledonia picking off the play and forcing the puck back to the near side boards in the Guelph end. Yower up the far side. Strangerland with the puck now. The pass off to Malaches, who skates around Christmas looking for a shot on the far side. Matt Nightingale checked by Leonard Zemenko. He comes away with the puck anyway as he's checked off the puck at the Caledonia blue line by Mitten. Moving in near side, and they score! So the turnover by Guelph. Zemenko able to skate from the near side. Across the slot to the far side post and beat Quentin Henry on his right side pad. The Corvairs now with a 3-goal lead, 42 seconds to the midway point of this second period of play. Rolifson breaking into the Caledonia zone. The centering pass, G. Antonio. The shot is blocked. Caledonia was looking for a break there as another turnover by Guelph, but the Corvairs unable to come away with it as 3 Caledonia players looking for the puck in the neutral zone off the turnover by the Guelph forwards. Face off in the Guelph end. Connor Murphy to take the draw against Ian Chan. Play forced over to the right wing. Gorley touching up the play is whistled down, or touching up on the play is whistled down. Murphy winning the draw, passing off to Gorley over to the far side to Henderson. His shot wide of the near side post as we've hit the midway point of this second period. Caledonia with a 3-goal lead, now leading the Guelph Hurricanes by a score of 5-2. Ian Chan up over the Caledonia blue line. Henderson throwing it up around the far side boards, kept on side by Strangerland. The shot goes through the pads of Del Conte, but hits the post at the far side. Connor Murphy with a little shot from behind by Chan. Yower keeping it on side at the left. His shot through Murphy. Hatzinger hitting the post on the near side. So Guelph coming close twice. Hitting the post twice in the last few seconds. Guelph looking for their 3rd goal of this contest. Looking to cut the Caledonia lead back to 2. G. Antonio moves the puck into the slot to Hatzinger, picked off by Caledonia at the neutral zone. Quilty into the slot, Swift, side of the net. The shot by Montour, wide of the far post. Quilty looking for a pass to Brady, instead moves around the far side. The pass back to the left, the hard shot by Blythe wide of the Guelph net. Swift side of the net, near side, and the puck is covered up by the glove of Henry. Caledonia with a big 4-point game tomorrow night against the Winterhawks, 7 p.m. at Galt Arena. Shot off the side of the net. Caledonia's Quilty still looking for possession of the puck. Shot wide of the net. Swift looking for a rebound off the far side boards. Swift around the far side, centering pass to Brady, back to the left, picked off by Hatzinger. He can't clear the zone. Play is kept on at the Guelph blue line. So a turnover nearly proving costly for Guelph, but Baker finally able to clear the zone and move back into the Caledonia end at the far side. The shot by Yort off the blocker of Del Conte. Shot down the far side boards. Strangerland back to grab the puck. The play going for icing. Face off back in the Caledonia zone. Craig Martini to take the draw. He wins the draw back to the right to Rolofsson. And the hard slap shot. A nice save by Del Conte. Everyone on the ice piling into the crease. And a few words exchanged as a Caledonia player heads to the penalty box. Guelph back to the power play. Jeff Swift to the box for 2 minutes. Face off to the left of Del Conte. Nori winning the draw, forcing it back behind his own net. Antonio can't keep play on side as Nate Mitten able to clear the zone. Henry throws the puck away from him, back to the sideboards near side. Martini's pass hitting the skate of Nori. Henry leaving it for Strangerland. Here comes Lipa far side, pass back into the neutral zone to Heron. Montour picking up the puck, throwing it off the boards far side. Nori skating around the boards back to the near side, into the corner to Montour, who forces it back to his own blue liner Blythe, who shoots it back into the Guelph end. 1:08 left and the penalty to Jeff Swift. Strangerland skating down the far side, forcing play down into the Caledonia end. Play at the line, kept in momentarily by Lipa, but Montour able to clear the puck and go off on a line change. 43 seconds left in the call to Jeff Swift. Lipa skating up over the center ice red line, taking it himself, dropping the puck off for Rolofsson. Zamenko grabbing the puck momentarily, far side boards. Yord grabs it instead, and his snapshot mishandled by Del Conte as he may have been screened by several players standing out in front of the net. The Hurricanes score and cut the Caledonia lead to 5-3. Caledonia winning the draw. Rolofsson looking for the puck once again, throwing it back in behind the net of Del Conte.
Assisted by numbers 48, Jordan Hatzinger, and 12, Ben Robertson. Time of goal 14.
So Hatzinger and Rolfson at 14-13 with assists on the goal by Yoler. Guelph with their third goal of the contest on that weird one past Del Conte. A snapshot with several players standing out in front of the Caledonia crease. Del Conte unable to see much of the shot, and the Guelph Hurricanes back within 2 goals. Kudla shooting it down into the Caledonia end, checks a Caledonia forward and goes off on a line change. Dominicini far side, chips it off the far side boards, looking for a pass to Corvairs. Mitten checked in behind the net. Nori looking for a centering pass. Guelph heading the other way. Dominicini trying to move past Justin Abraham, but play whistled down. Dominicini looking to walk in alone, moving past Abraham, but unable to get a shot away as Abraham caught just enough of him to avoid an excellent scoring chance at the near side. Strangerlin back in his own zone, banks the puck off the far side boards to G. Antonio. Play picked off by Jonathan. His shot hard and wide on the near side. Corvairs rushes up far side, a possible 2-on-1, but a nice slide across by Abraham to avoid a 2-on-1. A great defensive play by Justin Abraham, keeping the Caledonia lead at 2. 3:42 to go, second period of play. Brock Malaches and Zamenko to take the draw. Zamenko winning the draw, forcing the puck to the far side boards. Malaches with the puck once again, side of the net to Baker. The cross-ice pass to number 16, Daniel Brennan. Brennan not there. Yoler taking the puck instead, shooting it back into the Caledonia end. Montour with possession of the puck now. Picked off at the blue line by Yoler. His shot in between the padding and picked up by Leonard Zamenko, who moves the other way. Passes off to Henderson. Malaches checked off the puck. Zamenko takes it instead. Some heavy hitting down in the corner. Zamenko can't keep possession of the puck, but he gets it back. Swift at the top of the blue line. The pass into the side of the net to Zamenko. And a nice save by Del Conte in between the pads. Malaches with the shot on the far side. Play starting to move end to end here. Caledonia looking for that 6th goal. Needing all the goals they can get tonight. Only 8 games remaining in the regular season. The shot wide by Chan, or by Lipa, excuse me. Just 8 games remaining in the regular season. Caledonia needing all the points they can get. Guelph playing with aggression here tonight, knowing if they lose tonight's contest, they will be eliminated from playoff contention. Lipa into the slot and a save in the midsection by Del Conte. Just under 2 minutes to go. Second period of play. So the Guelph Hurricanes trying to stay in it, 2 back of the Caledonia Corvairs as this second period is starting to come to a close. Guelph losing their last game 9-5 to the Cambridge Winterhawks, but looking to improve on that earlier victory against the Elmira Sugar Kings last Thursday. Lipa shot into the midsection of Del Conte. Brady off for high sticking. Guelph still looking for their first power play goal on the evening as G. Antonio and Strangerland regroup in their own zone. Lipa moving down the near side, leading scorer for the Hurricanes. Averaging a point a game, 33 points in 33 games for Matt Lipa. G. Antonio down the near side and Heron offside at the Caledonia blue line. Hatzinger to take the draw at the Caledonia blue line. Jonathan winning the draw, passing off to Jeff Swift. Shot just wide at the near side. Swift trying again, gathering up the rebound in the slot, and wide once again to the far side. Kudla grabbing the puck in the neutral zone, shooting it down the far side, picked up by Simon Blythe. Back to the right side, over to the left. Brennan looking for a pass, goes in behind the net to Hatzinger. Hatzinger to the far side, over to Kudla. The pass back to the point, and play whistled down as the net is knocked off its moorings. 33 seconds to go in the second. Chan and Norrie to take the draw. Chan winning it momentarily, forcing the puck with his skate over the Caledonia blue line. The pass for Chan near side, he ends up behind the net and back to Yoert at the right side of the blue line. Over to Chan far side, and a nice check off the puck by Montour, shooting the puck back into the Guelph zone as the horn goes to end the second period of play. So both teams with 2 goals in that second period. Ben Rolifson and Bradley Yoert with goals for the Guelph Hurricanes. The Corvairs with goals by Tyler Norrie and Leonard Zemenko, the 4th and 5th goals of this game. And at the end of 2 periods of play, it's the Caledonia Corvairs 5 and the Guelph Hurricanes 3.
Game time as usual, right into Caledonia 7:20.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Again, we'd like to remind you that the Corvair Lions Blue Line Club operates at the north end of the arena, providing adult liquid refreshments to Corvair adult fans.
Warriors today getting the house
Caledonia with a 5-3 lead after the second intermission. The Corvairs looking for their 18th home win of the season. If they can win here tonight, their 28th win on the year would bring them to 60 points if they can hang on here tonight. Hatzinger taking the draw against Norrie. Norrie winning the draw, passing off to Mitten, who goes back to the blue line to Blythe. Cross ice pass to the center ice red line. Puck picked up in the neutral zone by Mitten and thrown back into the Guelph end. Kudla chipping the puck off the far sideboards. Montour grabbing possession and throwing it back into the Guelph zone. Rolofsson, a big hit. He's hit and thrown to the ice by Jonathan as the puck deflects up into the netting off to the left of Quentin Henry in the Guelph end. Murphy to take the draw against Martini. The 2-14s take the draw. Martini able to force play back into the neutral zone. Yoer going back into his own zone for Guelph. Picked off by Silvestri, the centering pass side of the net to Gorley, but Guelph able to head back the other way. Heron shooting it into the Caledonia zone on the far side. Centering pass side of the net, Martini's shot hits a skate. Antonio keeps it on side at the right. Henderson grabbing possession now, passing back to Blunt, who goes over to Gorley near side. Gorley skating in to the Guelph line, offside. 1 minute and 17 seconds into this third period of play. Brady taking the draw against Chan at the Guelph line. Chan winning the draw. The puck moving through the neutral zone on the far side. Swift picking it up. The hard slap shot. He looked like he might have broke his stick. Passes instead to Brady. I guess he just fanned on the shot. The pass into the slot by Swift to Quilty and kicked away nicely by Henry. Kovacsar heads up the near side, moves around the defender Swift and Abraham. The shot off the shoulder of Del Conte deflects into the netting up over top the glass to the left-hand side of Del Conte in behind the net. Brock Malaches to take the draw opposite Connor Murphy. Murphy wins the draw, forces the puck back behind his own net. Picked up by Swift and thrown back into the Guelph zone. Ricci turning around on the near sideboards, checked by a couple defenders. Murphy shaking off Malaches, the centering pass into the slot. Here's Zemenko, wide open in the slot. Henry with a big save, keeping his team within 2. Montour turning around, Zemenko still in the slot, turns around far side. So Guelph needs to move Zemenko out of the slot. Here he is again, and a shot wide far side. Swift recovering in his own zone. Penalty coming up to Guelph as the net now empty for Caledonia. Del Conte skating to the bench. Montour skating around the Guelph net, far side, looking for a pass to the point to Blunt. Hard slap shot wide of the net, far side. Caledonia still with possession, losing possession out over the blue line. Blunt sits and waits. Zemenko stays onside, the centering pass by Ricci over to Connor Murphy, side of the net, far side. Murphy fanning on the shot, the net going off its moorings, and Matt Nightingale heading to the penalty box for Guelph. Adam Brady to take the draw against Jordan Hatzinger. Play deflects to the side, Guelph coming up with the puck. Ben Rolifson breaking out through the neutral zone. Rolifson losing the puck. Caledonia gaining possession. Quilty skating hard up the far side and around the net. Quilty now on the near side, looking for a play side of the net. Passes off to Zamenko. Back into the slot, looking for Quilty, but play back in the neutral zone. Quilty turning around, skating up past the center ice red line and the Guelph blue line, falls down, but still looking for possession of the puck over in the corner on the far side. Swift from the left, his hard slap shot hits the skate of Rolifson. Side of the net is Adam Brady, and finally cleared by Yoert down the ice with 56 seconds left in the penalty to Matt Nightingale. Lippa trying to cut off the Caledonia forward. Centering pass far side to Fabrici. Just trickles off his stick. Can't quite get a shot away. Jonathan side of the net. A hard shot in between the padding of Henry. Norrie to take the draw opposite Craig Martini. The linesman throws Martini out of the draw, so taken instead by Chad Herron. Play on the far side boards, Martini looking to check Henderson, and he may draw a penalty on that call as he slashed Henderson at the top of the blue line, but it looks like Chad Herron going to the box for Guelph instead. So Caledonia to a two-man advantage for 22 seconds. Norrie back to the right, over to the left. Back to the right, and here's Montour, the hard slap shot in between the padding, and they score! Brandon Montour with the hard slap shot. It looked like Henry got enough of it. I couldn't see who was at the side of the net, but a wide open net on the far side. The Caledonia forward with his back turned towards me, so I didn't catch the number on that one. But Montour drawing the assist on the hard slap shot. Let's hear the PA announcement. Blunt on the near side, goes back in behind the net to Montour. So it was Adam Brady on the far side, assisted by Montour and Jeff Swift. At 5:15, Brady, his shot, a wrist shot wide of the near side post. Henderson picking up the puck off the far side. Chan can't get it past his own blue line. Strangerland chipping it off the boards by the blue line at the far side. Blunt having to go back in his own zone to recover the puck for Caledonia. Silvestri now moving up over the Caledonia blue line, centering pass to Murphy. Murphy turns around, grabs the puck, side of the net, and a hard slap shot off the nice pass far side. Greg Christmas just wide of the near side post. Christmas still looking for his first goal on the season. Another hard shot Domenichini down on the hard slap shot by Christmas. Side of the net. Puck now in behind the net. Abraham hard shot far side off the side of the net. Abraham again is shot into the midsection. Silvestri looking for a rebound. Christmas the shot off the ankle of Strangerland. And Chan finally able to pick up the puck for Guelph and go into the neutral zone. But here's Connor Murphy. He picks it off, looking for a pass, looking for Silvestri in the slot. Yower over to Rolfson, over to the blue line. Caledonia picking it up again. Silvestri moving over the Guelph blue line, over to Fabrici in behind the net. Checked there by Domenichini. Side of the net over to Swift. Top of the blue line, moves over to the right. His shot wide of the far post. The shot off the shoulder of Henry. Kudla can't clear the zone. So Caledonia applying a lot of pressure here in the last couple minutes. Guelph killing their, or completing their penalty killing. One power play goal for the Corvairs on the goal by Brady. But Caledonia looking to keep the pressure on as they look to move in on a 2-on-1. The shot by Mitten into the midsection of Henry off the near side. So in the last 3 minutes, Caledonia applying a lot of pressure. Now looking for their 7th goal as we're 1:39 to the midway point of the 3rd period. Malacha's far side passes off to Baker. And Guelph clearing into the Caledonia end, but play going for icing. Caledonia still able to keep it in the Guelph half of the ice. Norrie to take the draw against Malaches, wins the draw and forwards the puck behind the net to Nate Mitten. Mitten on the sideboards, passes back to Norrie, picked off by Guelph. Henderson hit from behind by Matt Nightingale at the Caledonia bench. No call on the play as Mitten goes after Brock Malaches. Unhappy with that shot from behind to Matt Henderson. So Guelph getting frustrated as that'll end their season tonight if Caledonia were to win here tonight, be their 18th home win of the year, and that would put the Guelph Hurricanes out of a playoff position for this season. Jeff Swift far side, the shot blocked by Domenichini. Here's Swift near side, back to Christmas, top of the point. Swift, the pass into the slot. Looking for Quilty, but play moved back into the Caledonia end. Abraham upset over that previous Matt Nightingale hit at the boards on Matt Henderson. Matt Nightingale wanting no part of the fight. And Abraham, it looks like that'll end his night heading to the Caledonia dressing room. So there'll be a face-off in the Caledonia zone. Abraham off for holding and roughing, a misconduct and a game misconduct. So that'll end his night. Abraham looking to take a piece out of Matt Nightingale, but Nightingale wanting no part of it. Nightingale responsible for that previous hit from behind on Matt Henderson at the Caledonia bench. So Guelph to the power play here for another 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Matt Lippa back to the left, over to the right to Strangerland. Top of the blue line to Yoert, the pass across to the far side to Lippa, the hard slap shot into the padding of Del Conte. And as we pass the midway point of the third, the Caledonia Corvairs are doubling up the Guelph Hurricanes with a 6-3 lead. Jordan Hatzinger to take the draw, losing the draw to Tyler Norrie. Norrie throwing it back for his defenseman Blunt, and Caledonia clearing the puck back into the Guelph end. Yoert far side, picked off by Montour. Henry caught out of his net. Montour nearly hitting the empty net, but the puck going wide to the near side. Hatzinger by the Caledonia bench. Norrie looking for a hard hit, but misses his check. Yoert skating by his own blue line, avoiding the forecheck of Spencer Gorley. Throwing it up the far side to Michael Kovacsar. Kovacsar for far side, looking for a pass. Back in behind the net to Yoert. Caledonia picking off the play at the near side and clearing it back down into the Guelph end. Here's a bad giveaway by Henry at the side of the net, almost giving it to Gorley. But Guelph able to come back quickly, going back into the Caledonia end, but missing the pass. The pass going for icing and a face-off in the Guelph end. Draw won by Caledonia and forced back in behind the net at the end boards, but we'll redo the face-off. Silvestri to take the draw. Craig Martini wins it and forces the puck back to the boards at the far side. Dominicini, a cross-ice pass. Here's Matt Lippa off the right, looking for a pass to Martini's side of the net. Del Conte coming up with a stick before the Guelph forwards can pounce on it at the far side. It would have been an empty net, but Del Conte with a nice play with the paddle of his stick. Martini throwing the puck back in, far side. Lippa centering pass to Martini. Here's Montour. High slot, and they score! Mark Silvestri with the 7th Caledonia goal. High in the slot, off the pass, off the near side. With 7:12 to go, Mark Silvestri moves the Corvairs 4 goals out in front of the Guelph Hurricanes.
Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs goal.
Strangerland across to his defense partner and back to Strangerland. Up to Nightingale. Nightingale trying to skate past Jonathan and Fabrici. Strangerland, his pass hitting the Caledonia forward Ricci and deflecting way up. So Montour and Zamenko drawing assists on the Caledonia goal. 7:12 left in the third. A hard hit in behind the Caledonia net by Baker of the Guelph Hurricanes. Ricci grabbing possession in the neutral zone by his own bench. Yowert the pass to Malaches by the center ice red line. Nightingale checked at the center ice red line by Fabrici. Yowert moves it into Nightingale, far side, back to Yowert. The shot deflecting off something at the far side and up into the crowd in the far corner. 2 seconds to go. In the call to Abraham, the call that ended his night when he tried to get at Matt Nightingale. Penalty for Caledonia now over. So Caledonia able to come up with a shorthanded goal from Mark Silvestri, extending their lead to 7-3 as time winds down in this third period. 5:52 to go in this game. A win tonight would move the Corvairs to 60 points on the year. Matt Quilty trying to move between two defenders. Brennan picking up the puck and skating behind his own net for Guelph. Antonio leaving the puck for Yowert, back to Antonio. The pass nearly picked off by Jeff Swift. Quilty deflecting the puck through the neutral zone. Antonio losing the puck momentarily to Brady on the forecheck. Caledonia able to keep play in at the far side of the net. Here's Swift turns around. Quilty turning past a Guelph defender. Back to the point to Blythe. His shot off the left, and they score! Simon Blythe with a wrist shot off the left point. The Caledonia Corvairs move 5 goals out in front of the Guelph Hurricanes. And that looks like the end of Guelph's season in terms of a playoff spot anyway. Caledonia's Norrie winning the draw. Jonathan.
Assisted by numbers 25, Greg Christmas, and 16, Jeff Swift.
So Christmas and Jeff Swift draw assists on the goal by Blythe at the left point. Montour far side, turns around, goes cross ice to Henderson. Norrie at the neutral zone looking to pick up the puck. Montour throws it back to the center ice red line. Norrie turning around in his own zone to his half of the red line. Norrie moving around the Guelph net. Play now on the near side. Mitten turning around near corner. The pass to Norrie to the far side. Jonathan back to the right point to Henderson. Over to Jonathan. Here's Norrie, so Caledonia not letting up. Looking for as much momentum as they can get going into tomorrow night's game at Galt Arena. Jonathan back to the point to Henderson. Henderson over to Montour. The cross ice pass picked off by Yowert as Nightingale skates through the neutral zone back into the Caledonia end. Nightingale heading off on a line change. Quilty passing across to the defender, Henderson, who follows suit, also going off on a line change. Gorley's shot into the padding of Henry. Near side, Blythe the shot wide. Murphy looking to grab possession of the puck far side. Guelph finally able to clear the zone, but Christmas shoots it right back in. So the Caledonia pressure, relentless, looking to go to 60 points on the year. Their 18th home win of the season here tonight at the HCCC, with time winding down, 2:20 to go. The pass through the skates of Silvestri ends up on the far side with Spencer Gorley, and he has to regroup by his own blue line. Gorley avoiding defenders up by the Guelph blue line. Possession finally grabbed by the Hurricanes as Henderson shoots it off the skate of Chad Heron. Three players battling for possession at the center ice red line. Sebastian Strangerland recovering behind his own net as a little drop pass to Malaches and back to Strangerland. Matt Nightingale skating through the neutral zone. Henderson with the puck near side, 1:24 to go, dumps it back into the Guelph end off the far side boards. Malaches to take the draw against Brady, play back at the Caledonia blue line, kept in by G. Antonio as Guelph was able to win that draw. But Ricci now breaking out over his own blue line. The pass off to Brady, looking to move beyond the defender, G. Antonio.
1 minute to play in the third period.
As we move under a minute to play in the third, 49 seconds to go. The Corvairs with a commanding 8-3 lead over the Guelph Hurricanes. Guelph picking up the puck by their own bench, but Brady able to skate it right back in on the far side. G. Antonio off to the far side. Here's Malaches avoiding the forecheck of Leonard Zemenko, or that was Nightingale, excuse me. Nightingale flattened in the neutral zone.
We will have the presentation of the Rob Richards Cornerstone Player of the Game.
So Fab Ricci, don't know if that'll be 2 minutes or a game misconduct, but Nightingale flattened. The play of the Caledonia end, 9 seconds to go. So Greg Christmas serving the penalty for Fab Ricci. Ricci going off for checking to the head. Checking Matt Nightingale on the far side boards. Hatzinger winning the draw, the buzzer going, and the Corvairs winning this game, moving themselves to 60 points on the year.
Number 22, Tyler Norrie.
So 3 third period goals by the Corvairs on goals by Adam Brady at 5:15. Mark Silvestri with 7:12 left to go in the third, and Simon Blythe from the left side at the top of the Guelph blue line at 15:04 for the 8th Caledonia goal. The Corvairs winning tonight's contest 8-3. Tyler Norrie winning game player of the game honors. So the final score of tonight's contest was the Caledonia Corvairs 8 and the Guelph Hurricanes 3. For the Caledonia Corvairs Hockey Club, I'm John Molson. Join us for our next home game versus the Kitchener Dutchmen here next Friday at the HCCC at 7:20. Good night.